Tracy Foreman with Aging Partners. Today we're going to do a program called Simply Fit. And I call it Simply Fit because it's pretty simple. All you need are things that you have around the house, except for maybe one. If you don't have paper plates, you can use a plastic plate. If you don't have plastic bags, I'll bet you one of your neighbors will have 100 of these. So ask to borrow one. And a dowel can be purchased at any department store, usually fabric store. You can get these at hardware stores. I have a 1/2-inch dowel, but very simple, about a 36 to 42-inch length is what I'm using. So we'll put those things down first and start with some warm-ups from the chair. We'll just place everything on the floor and come to about the center of your chair. So let's begin with just some hand warm-ups. We're going to warm those fingers up. Let's just roll them a little bit. Now, if you have arthritis, this is a good exercise that you should be doing every single day if you've got arthritis. Typically in the symmetrical joints, which would be your hands, your knees, your spine, your feet, your ankles. So let's go ahead and turn those hands up and pull those fingers toward you, rolling, working into the arm muscles, into the wrist. And now let's take it into a circling of the wrist. Your body is a great fitness tool because we can add strength and resistance just by using our body, and by throwing in a plastic bag, a paper plate, or a dowel, we can really increase our stretching and our core builders. So let's go ahead and bring our hands down to the sides, and we're just going to raise up with our left arm and lower down. Now we're going to do it again, and we'll incorporate the breath. So inhale, pulling your hand up, exhale, dropping down. Inhale and exhale. Let's do it on the other side. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale and exhale. Let's warm that back up just a little bit. Grab the back of your chair, and hopefully you have a solid chair with 4 legs or a good solid base, not a rocking chair or a rolling chair, please. So let's turn. We're going to grab hold of our chair, pull on the back, and look over our shoulder, moving into a neck and spinal twist here. Keep breathing. We don't want to hold our breath. Release and come to the other side. Reach back, grab the chair, and pull yourself around. It's a nice back stretch. If you don't do anything else through the day, get your stretches in the morning. That's a great way to start every morning. Let's go ahead and stretch our backs a little bit. We're going to grab hold of the fronts of our knees, pull yourself forward, keeping your chin out and head up. Pull forward, let your back sink a little bit. Now you're going to feel this long stretch up your back into your neck. And then we're going to drop our head down and push down now on the tops of your knees. Round up, nice back stretch. Let's do it again. Pull on the fronts of your knees, come forward, reaching out with your face, keeping your chin out there and your head up. Now drop your head down. Push down on your knees and round up. Let's take that nice rounded back now into a shoulder roll back. That feels good. And then we'll take that backward movement forward. Reaching it out there, really feeling those shoulders loosening up. Now we'll work a little bit into the side here. So imagine you're going to reach down and touch the floor, letting the weight of your head and your arm pull you down to the side. Inhale. Drop lower. And now inhale up. Let's inhale now here. And we'll, on the exhale, move down to the side. Inhale again. And exhale, drop down a little bit further. And inhale, back up to center. Very good. Let's go ahead and take your plate now. Get your paper plate. We're going to start with just some basic stretches with this plate. So we'll have it at about your chest. We're going to push it out, round your shoulders, and pull it back. Pull your shoulders back. So you want your shoulder blades coming together when you do this one. Pushing out, rounding, drop your head now, and pulling back, elbows coming back, shoulders together. Incorporate your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to change it. Inhale here, exhale. It's good to switch up your breath every now and then. Inhale here and exhale here. Now bring it back to a neutral position and breathe normally. Let's drop our left arm down and drop to the left slightly. Bring that plate up and over and drop down to the other side. Up and over, drop down. Up and over and down. Getting some range of motion in here with your arms. Up and over, drop down, and you see that my head is following the movement of the plate. Drop down, up and over, drop down. Let's work upper body now and lower body together, raising your left leg and reaching out to touch that foot. Bring the plate back, switch hands, raise your right leg, reach out and touch. You feel that in the hamstring and in the calf of that foot. You might feel it in your quad muscle at the top of your leg also. Reach and touch. So we're reaching and touching, trying to go a little bit past your foot with the plate if you can. And if you can't, touch your knee. However far you can get down there is all right. It's good just to stretch a little bit. Now we're going to come forward on our chair just a little bit. Take our plate in our left hand and reach down and touch the outside of the left ankle. Come up, switch sides, touch the outside of the right ankle. Keep going. Down and up and down and up. Down, up, down, up, and down and up. Now you can repeat these as many times as you'd like, especially if it feels good. Keep doing it. Now let's go ahead and imagine that we're using our plate as a steering wheel. We're going to raise one elbow up and then rotate and raise the other up. Now if you were really driving like this, you'd get in trouble probably. You'd be all over the place. But we're imagining that we're using a steering wheel here. Hands on the wheel. Elbows up and down. Really working into our side muscles, those lat muscles in our back. So if you have some back pain, this can really help to relieve some of the stress in your back. And let's do one more on each side. Nice job. Now we're going to start to wave the plate. Big motion side to side. We start low and then start to come up with it. Up high. And then let's go back down again. Working our entire body here because we're engaging our leg muscles, our core muscles, our back muscles, shoulders, and of course our arms. Let's take it to the other side. Side to side, take it up and move it down. Take it up and move it down. Since we have a couple of other props I'd like to use here, we'll go ahead and put the plate down and let's get our plastic bag. If you attend any of the Aging Partners fitness classes, you'll know that we do use paper sacks in there for hand and eye coordination and for our rapid movement skills. So the bags are crucial in that they allow us to focus on something that's tangible. So what we do, we start by just kind of taking on some air in our bag, holding on to both handles, up and down, up and down, up and down, and one more time, up and down. So we're kind of doing a seated sit-up. We need our knees wide here, and we're coming forward and back and forcing our feet to press down into the ground and engage across those quad muscles and into the hips. Now we're going to do a side-to-side motion, catching air, side to side with our bag. Always good to use a standard size grocery bag if you can. The big shopping bags don't work quite as well for this. Side to side. Now let's switch, grab the other handle and move side to side. Really working into our shoulder now, working into our side and back muscles. And now we're going to do some hand and eye coordination exercise. So I'm going to ask you to throw that bag up and catch it. Try to catch it by the handle. Now that isn't always possible to do. You want to be sure you catch some air with it in order to be able to grab it by the handle. But this is a great hand and eye coordination exercise, and it also gets your heart rate up a little bit. I just happen to have a pretty good bag here, so that helps. Let's switch it to the other side and throw it up, catch by the handle. Throw it up. It's fun to watch a group of people doing this because it gets complicated sometimes. Let's go ahead and throw it up, catch, throw it up, and catch. Now we're going to change it up just a little bit. I want you to throw it up in the air and catch it on the other side. Try to catch it by the handle if you can. Throw it up and catch. And the secret is to get some height to this bag so it has time to float down and you can kind of get your coordination in place here. So give it some height. Throw it up. This is actually a fun exercise for kids too. They love doing this one. And down. Now we're going to do some rapid fire movements. We're going to throw that bag up and catch it just as quickly as you can. So throw it up and catch it. Slam right into that bag when you throw it up. Throw it up, catch it with the other hand. We're going to alternate here. Throw it up and catch. Throw it up and catch. Working on our reflexes now. Throw it up and catch. Throw it up and catch. Throw it up and catch. It's okay if you drop that bag to the floor. Just pick it up and start again. Throw it up, catch. Throw it up, catch. And throw it up and catch. So that was a few of the bag exercises. One more that I want to do with the lower body. I'd like you to take your bag and put your foot into it. This is the hardest part of this exercise, just getting your foot in the bag. We're going to use our arms to lift that leg and lower. So we really want our arms doing more of the work, but you're going to feel that quad muscle engage and into the ball and socket joint of the hip as you lift that leg. Pull it up and lower. Pull it up and lower. Up and lower. We'll do two more on that side. Up and lower. One more. Up and lower. Now while you've got that foot in that bag, let's go ahead and just do some circles with our leg. Keep your foot in the bag. Makes it a little bit easier to move your foot along the floor. And then I want you to change the direction that you're going. All right, let's take our foot out of the bag, place the other foot in the bag, grab hold of the handles here, keeping your head, neck, and spine in alignment. Let's pull straight up and down, up and down, up, down. We'll do 2 more. And up and down. Place your foot on the floor and go ahead and make some circles. We start moving in one direction and then we want to switch and go the other way. Very good. That's just a small sampling of the things that you can do with a plastic bag. You'll never look at a plastic bag the same way after this. Now I'd like you to take up your stick. If you don't have a dowel stick, I've had some people tell me they use a broom handle or whatever you have available until you can get yourself a dowel. So I'd like you to place that stick at your left side. And we're going to imagine that we're driving a big tractor on a farm. And if you've never driven a big tractor, this won't make any sense to you. But imagine you've got a big stick shifter and you're going to push forward and then rock back. Now we're not engaging the clutch yet, but we will. Push forward and rock back. Pulling your arm back slightly. Push forward, rock back, working into the shoulder, working into the back muscles, working into our core muscles, and back, push forward and back. Let's go on the other side. We're going to start with our feet flat on the ground. Push forward, lean back. Engage those abdominal muscles. You don't want to be against the back of your chair. You want to be about at the center of your chair. Push forward. Lean slightly back, push forward, lean back. Now take it back to the side you started on. We're going to start to engage the clutch here. Push forward and push your leg out and pull back. Push forward, pull back, forward and back, forward and back. Now let's do this on the other side. Engage that clutch, push forward, lean forward, pull back. Push forward and back. Forward and back and forward and back. Now I like to call this stirring the witch's brew here. So let's go ahead and hands on the stick is right in the center, knees are wide. We're going to start to do a torso circle. Hands on the stick, moving a torso. You should feel that in your low back, in your hips, and in those leg muscles. Making a big circle here. When you pull it back, try to lean back slightly, engaging those abdominals. And let's switch our direction. Not going to lean back too far, but just a little bit. And let's do a little bit of side work here, holding your either hand, it doesn't matter, on the stick, and we'll just move side to side. So the side that we lean the stick to is the side we want our torso to move to. Side to side. Should feel that in your back and in your side muscles. Now let's switch hands here. We're going to push forward and back. So leaning forward, way forward, stretching out, and then pulling back. Lean forward and rest your other hand on your knee. Push forward, back, push forward, lean back, and push forward, lean back. Now we're going to work a little bit into we'll work some into the legs and then we'll move up into the core and into the shoulders here. So let's start at the legs, keeping the stick just a little bit above your knees here. Now we need to be realistic here. If you have the stick this high, you probably will not be able to bring your knee up that high. So place the stick where you know you can get your knee to come that high. So knee comes up to touch the stick, and we do need to rock back on our sits bones when we raise that knee up. So rock back, touch the stick, and if you need to lower the stick to the knee, that's okay too. Any kind of movement you can do is better than none at all. Rock back and down. Rock back and down. Let's do one more on each side. Rock back and down, and next back and down. Good. So stabilizing yourself, getting a wide base with your feet flat on the ground. Let's push it out and really stretch now. Pull it back, pull those shoulders back and those elbows again. Push back, out, and then pull back. Push back out again, and back, out, and back, out, and back. Now we're going to lower that stick a little bit, and I don't know if you've ever made a pie before, but if you can imagine your mother, your grandmother, or yourself rolling out a pie shell here. So we're going to roll, 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 and then we need to make our circle bigger. So roll to the side, roll to the center, and roll to the side. Center, side, center, side. This is a big pie crust. Center, side, center, side. Now let's really complete that circle by pulling back little movements. Imagining your rolling pin on the crust and pulling that crust closer to you. Really doing a good shoulder rotation here. And now let's switch our direction. We're going to go in a backward movement with our stick. Now let's raise our stick up and bring it way down to the floor. Raise our stick up, way down to the floor, up and down, up and down. And one more time, pull it up and down. Now we're going to do a little bit of cross body stuff. Let's take our stick out to the side, raise our foot up and touch across to the top of the toe here. Touch the ground outside and then touch across to the toe. Cross and down, cross and down, cross and down. Feeling a lot of that work in the arms and in the back of the legs, but also feeling it a little bit into the pectoral muscles in the chest as we cross. Let's do one more on that side. And down. Switch sides. Stick comes out. Cross and reach it out. Raise up and cross and touch that toe. Cross and touch. Set it down. Cross and down. Cross. Let's do two more with this one. I like the fact that this one works all the way through your body and down. All right. Let's place that stick on our knees and come forward. Keep your head up. So the more you come forward, the more you're going to stretch across that upper back. Now push down on the stick and come up. Let's incorporate our breath this time. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you push back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Let's go ahead and do some cool downs. You did a great job with the plate, the bag, and the stick. So let's go ahead and just do a couple of breaths here. Inhale. Touch your fingers together. Exhale, let your arms float down. Inhale, touch those fingers together. Exhale, arms float down. Let's go ahead and do some stretches with the legs. Setting your foot out, heel down, let's place our hands on the bent knee and come forward. Stretching the back of that leg. It's always good to start with stretching and end with stretching. You want to hold a stretch at least 15 to 30 seconds. Now we're not doing that here, but when you're at home, please hold that stretch so you get the full benefit. Nice big stretch into the leg, back of the leg. Should feel that really into the arch of the foot also. And bring it back. Let's raise our leg up and rotate the bottom part. Working into the knee joint and the hip joint. Go the other way. Let's raise the other leg up. Do the same thing. And go the other way. Let's just do a couple of upper body stretches now. We're getting close to our time. Inhale as you stretch your arms out. And exhale and cross your arms in front of you. Drop your head down. Now remember which arm's on top, because when we inhale this time, we're going to place the other arm on top on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let those arms float down. Let's just drop our head forward. Nice stretch on the back of the neck. Come up. Let's just do a slow side to side movement with our neck. Close your eyes on this one if you want to. And let's bring our head to neutral position, and one last breath holding on to your knees. Blow everything out your mouth. And now reach up with your right hand. Reach back. Pat yourself on the back. You did a nice job today. I'm Tracy Foreman with Aging Partners. Thank you for joining me today. If you're interested in receiving a DVD of this program or other programs offered by Aging Partners, please call 402-441-6687.